Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, is yours truly, 30 aka the franchise, better known as the GOW's Resident Tribal Chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's Resident Isaac Hayes, King Two Gold in the building, bro. Was good.
Man, what's good, man? Right now, man, is we got that girl Britt Baker, D.M.D, going up against the outcast of Ruby Soho, man, in that rematch of last year's finals of the Owen Hart Women's finals from last year. Uh, but other than that, man, pretty solid show. Nothing too crazy. Man, what's good with you and what's good with the people?
Hey man, we blessed by the best. Just got done eating some good old dirty rice. You know what I'm saying? I'm double cupped up. Yep. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, willing, and able. To be a productive citizen here on this podcast tonight. Yes, sir.
Productive citizen. All right.
Productive citizen. I'm here to do my due diligence.
We're gonna see how long that lasts, ladies and gentlemen. All right, man. Let's get into this productive citizen. As we talk about Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin going up against former tag team champion Swerve in Our Glory, Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. A little bit before this match, man, Darby Allin basically told Keith Lee, "Hey, man, pull your panties out your ass, man. Step up. Let's go. Let's do this thing." And Keith Lee said, "Hey, ballsy, stupid, but ballsy." And he kind of showed it to that boy Darby Allin as they first started off the match, and that boy Darby got tossed it like a rag doll in that ring with that boy Keith Lee. Of course, some back and forth action. Orange Cassidy tried his hand, but it was to no effect. Keith Lee was there to prove the point. Swerve Strickland did what he do, even on his own tag team partner. In the end, ended up being Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin picking up the victory. What you think of the match, man?
Hey man, so I liked it because it did what it needed to do. You got Keith Lee, for the most part. So in the first half, he was playing his hand. He wasn't acting as babyface Keith Lee. He was acting like the Keith Lee that was the tag team partner of Swerve Strickland. I felt like, man, he met Swerve where Swerve was at. And Orange Cassidy doing his shenanigans. Keith Lee didn't fall for it. Keith Lee was up there chopping them and throwing them around and reversing them left and right. Keith Lee was being that, I wouldn't say necessarily heel, but he was being a big man's big man. He wasn't too worried about being a crowd favorite tonight. And for the first half of that tag team match, it almost made you miss Swerve in Our Glory because, man, it was a sequence where Swerve and Lee, they were just
back and forth,
connecting the dots. And then, even with some of the inadvertent attacks on Lee by Swerve, Orange Cassidy was just so smooth and evading. The first one was looking like, oh, damn. Man, my boy Swerve didn't even mean to do that. But then Keith Lee down on the ground, and you see Swerve in the back laughing. And then Swerve, he over there laughing his ass off after he hit the 450. I'm like, all right, yeah, this ain't gonna last long. But overall, man, the match was good. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I feel like Darby Allin gave Keith Lee the pep talk we've all had with Keith Lee, just not to his face. Because Keith Lee, hey, Darby Allin called it out. He was like, "Yo, you tired of your position in the company? Hey man, don't go cry about it. Don't go sulk about it. Go ahead and do something. Get your head out your ass. You're being soft right now." And I think Keith Lee, he showed that aggressive, that assertiveness that we missed from Keith Lee back in the day.
Yeah, no, most definitely. But we also know that health and injury was also a part of that.
Yes.
So it wasn't just like he was just falling off. That some things was going on personally that he was dealing with, which took him away from the ring during that momentum. So anybody with a little bit of a decency would understand that and knows that if you're paying attention. But again, it was still a pep talk to kind of let them know, hey, you still got something left. Let's go. Like, here's your opportunity to go out there and just do you. Be you. Be limitless, Keith Lee. So, I definitely liked that. Cool match, like I said. Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin picked up the victory. Then, of course, we got Darby Allin offering a contract to a kid, 16-year-old kid he knew.
Pete Wayne.
Yeah, Pete Wayne, who's now 18. So, Pete Wayne's all elite. Then, of course, man, Jungle Boy, pulled up, talking that talk, going into the office to challenge for FTW championship, but that boy Hook met him in the back, let him know you ain't running off and diving off into the truck and dyke, but I'm gonna get you gonna get some of these hands, and he got some of those hands, but he was
Yeah.
able to play. Then of course, man, they jumped to I mean not Darby Allin, MJF and Adam Cole doing some weightlifting, talking trash about some big dude. And then of course, and I guess Adam Cole was getting help lifting the weights because he wasn't lifting it evenly. So I know he was, and he was
Yeah.
lifting easily. So I know he wasn't doing that. But other than that, the Acclaim they came out. They pretty much beat the Blade and the Bollywood Boys. Ooh, Ruby Soho looks like she's about to get the victory. One, two. Oh, and no, Britt Baker kicked out. Then of course, man, we find out that Eddie Kingston is your new
Yeah.
IWGP strong open weight champion. My man went and found him some singles gold somewhere, man. So
Yes,
big
sir.
shots out, man, to the psychopath that is Eddie Kingston because he is a psychopath. Is Ruby about to go for the lockjaw? Bite her hand, bite her hand, bite her hand, bite, bite her hand, Britt, bite her hand, Britt. Don't you let them put up dirty hands in there,
Especially not as a dentist.
man. Right,
You need to have the utmost respect for your mouth.
man. But let's see. Let me mark that. Then like I said, man. Then Moxley, of course, he was telling Eddie, man, hey, stop bitching and whining and complaining about the youth, man, and just do something about it. We are, and answer your phone next time. And he, right now, the Outcasts are pulling Soho out the ring to save her from the match. Of course, the referee didn't see it, which, of course, don't ever know how they don't see it. Willer Yuta, man, shot a promo on Kenny Omega because that is the main event of tonight. Willer Yuta versus Kenny Omega, which, not gonna lie, want to see that. Britt Baker got the double stump on Tony Storm. As she goes in, she's throwing some forearms on Ruby, but Ruby looks like she's got something up the sleeve. Oh, she's about to give her the butt attack. Oh, nope. She reversed it. Britt picked her up. She's got her on the shoulders. What she's finna do? Oh, this is how it ends. Ruby Soho. She got her. Ruby got her. 1, 2, 3. Soho wins. Wow. Ruby paid her back with, of course, from help from Tony Storm and Saraya, as she just picked up the 1, 2, 3 on Britt Baker and eliminated her out of the Owen Hart tournament for the women's side. Bro, what are your thoughts on this match real quick before I keep going?
Hey man, anytime I see Britt Baker on my TV screen or Tony Storm, yeah, I'm not complaining, man. But overall, the match is good, and I'm surprised, at how this thing went down. But hey, look, Britt Baker, she won it last year. She had to lose. Now we're gonna have a good old Ruby Soho, hopefully making something out of her AEW career. Yeah.
So you think it's time for Britt Baker to go after that AEW Women's Championship again?
Oh yeah. I mean, I just looked and I think I seen a record said what? I believe it was 12-3 for the year. Like you only had 15 matches this year. I'm not used to seeing Britt Baker being on TV this long, which I agree was the right decision by Tony Khan. The first 2.5, 3 years, it was all Britt. So that's fine. But yeah, man, it's about time. She already did the Owen thing. I don't see her necessarily going after the TBS. Oh, bro, you got to put it back in the world title picture. Let's go.
I mean,
even if she don't win,
I think she'll get to TBS just to have all the belts, just to have that claim of winning all the belts. So I never say the TBS is out of pocket. I just don't. Right now, I could maybe if it was the right person. Earl, what's up? I see Facebook ain't messing around with you today, man. We gonna blame it on AT&T, man. AT&T and Facebook, man. They in cahoots. But
come
good.
on, man. You know, it's a collusion.
Yeah, collusion going on. Jericho came out, man. Basically saying he feels he needs to rejuvenate himself once again. He was a wizard. He was a warlock. He was a man. My man was every magical
Painmaker.
Right. My man was every magical being that there could be. So he needs to figure out something new. But while doing that, Don Callis, who has an issue with Kenny Omega, is trying to recruit the Ayatollah of Rock and Roll, which I was insulted by that because Jericho's above that. So, nah. And the Combat Club, Jericho just don't fit the Blackpool Combat Club. Not that aspect of it for me. If that's what Don Callis is trying to do, Jericho don't fit that for me.
Nah. Jericho, he can get dirty when he need to, but I don't think on a consistent basis, man, he trying to get busted up like John Moxley. You feel me?
Hey, maybe. The champ is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. LCJ. And he says Britt looked like she got thin and didn't look crisp in the ring. Yeah, definitely was some rust. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, after being sick last week, maybe, she's good, but, could still be a little lagging. But, a few matches in time, that'll fix that. Britt ain't been really doing too much action lately. I'm not sure if it's been injury or just. I know she's still dealing with her back problems, from time
Yeah.
to time. So, I know that may have been the problem why she doesn't wrestle as much, but when she is able, uh, we get what we get. But hopefully, man, it gets better for her. Before we get too further in the show, because we're almost caught up at the main event. Samoa Joe and of course CM Punk, they're highlighting their match for the men's side of the Owen Hart tournament this Saturday for Collision. Of course, we're gonna have Will Hobbs going up against that boy Ricky Starks. So that's the set up the men's finals for that. Which
So
it could be. I if it's not Starks and Punk, I can see it being Punk and not Warlow, Will Hobbs.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that, man. I wouldn't be mad at a Will Hobbs and a CM Punk. I don't think CM Punk should go over Will Hobbs, but
Well, he probably
I would.
shenanigans will ensue. I'm pretty sure of it.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be mad at that, bro. And like I said, I already said this before. CM Punk's current run now is
Mhm.
way better, I feel, than his first run. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like he's more comfortable in the ring. I think he's actually had more time to train in the ring since the whole debacle with the whole press conference thing. I don't know, man. To me, CM Punk just looks like, he's not trying to do as much as he did when he first came back. I think when he first came back, he was trying to do the moves, try to keep up super fast pace. Bro, you're mid 40s, man. You're not what you were before. And this time, I think he's more so using his mind and his grappling ability and wrestling at his pace.
That's what's best for him because he's not CM
Yeah.
Punk of 8, 9, 10 years ago, and we're not going to get that guy. So people, you need to we all understand that. And even Earl says he's good with a Punk versus Hobbs. He's all for
Oh
it.
yeah.
Right now we got Willa Yuta in the ring, and we got that one and only man, Mr. Twinkle Toes himself, man, twinkling on down the ramp, Kenny Omega, for the main
Oh,
event.
did you call him Twisted Twinkle Toes?
Mr. Twisted Twinkle Toes.
I've never, I've never heard you address him like that before. That's why it caught me off guard. I said Twisted Twinkle Toes. Why his
Mr.
toes got to be
Twisted,
twisted?
yeah, he got to be Twisted Twinkle Toes, man, because he can twist and twinkle this way down to the ring. No, I don't know, man. Kenny runs and all that stuff. I'm just making fun. Uh,
Hey.
but we saw
uh,
Britt Baker and the Soho match, and now, like I said, we're on to the main event. I done cracked my boy up with that twisted twinkle my toe, twinkle my
man, bro,
toe.
I ain't gonna lie. That was some natural shit right there. That was natural.
Uh, but my guy, man, so far with the show, what do you think? Before you get there, as Champ says, man, Swerve needs a single title. He's one of the best heels that loses most of the time. He has been losing quite a few matches, but he's also been winning some stuff. I still believe he'll be the one to take that AEW International title off Orange Cassidy.
Oh yeah,
I feel
they
like
definitely gonna bring it back.
it's not done yet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree 100%. To answer your question, I mean, the show was serviceable. I mean, Tony Khan, he has these, right? He has about 2 or 3 really good weeks in a row, and then you might get a random week or two.
Where it's
You know what
not
I'm saying?
bad, but it's mid. It's a good mid. It's like a
Yeah.
good mid. I give it a good mid.
And my thing is, like you said, like he it's already only so much you could do when he only had the Rampage and Dynamite. Now you add in Collision, it's like, all right, you got to remember he got to say some stuff for a third show too. So I'm not gonna be too hard on this one. I mean, hey, we got a bunch.
Considering Rampage is mostly just wrestling. Like you don't really get too much
Yeah,
promo work on Rampage. It's mainly just you get the 3 to 4 matches you're gonna get. Collision is gonna be more of a setup, because it's more of a 2-hour live show. You got more time for that stuff. So no, I
yeah,
totally agree. But obviously he's gonna do enough for tonight. to give us a good couple of matches. This is a good main event. I want to see this. This should be a really good match. And then we know the Saturday's basically just set up for the Owen Hart tournament, and it's matchups we want to see. So, I'm good there, and we're getting other people, so I'm good with it.
Speaking of, like, just the differences and similarities in all three shows. So somebody said this online, and I kind of agree. They said that AEW is more. I mean, not AEW. They said Dynamite is more the show where everybody kind of do all the spots, and it's like a hodgepodge of today's wrestling. And then
Mm.
somebody said that AEW Collision is kind of like a throwback to like that late '80s, early mid '90s wrestling, where
Saturday
like the
night main event. That Saturday
yeah,
night.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Where the matches are, more, a little more thought out, and a lot more time is given to the matches, even though it's still a 2 hour show. It's like, they're not so focused on the storytelling aspect of it from behind the scenes. It's
Right.
kind of like, Rampage on steroids. Like, it really just feels like a throwback wrestling show. Like you said, watch a Saturday night's main event or old WCW, things of that nature.
Yeah, and like I said, and even though not every week was a great week, but there would be some good matchups. But I think now with them focusing more, oh, he try to do that Samoan flip roll thing he does, but like he hurt his neck. Uh-oh, Kenny ain't 100%. Oh, Kenny shouldn't be out here. Willer Yuta taking advantage with a double mule kick. Kenny's in the corner. Uh-oh, Willer Yuta's going to the top rope, taking too much time in my book. A top rope the mule kick. Kicks Kenny on the outside. He kips up. Now he's look like he's about to go. Oh, he just doing what he about to do to Kenny. He doing the twinkle toes dive. Oh, he did the twinkle toes dive. Oh, the disrespect this boy is doing.
He said that disrespect of the Twinkle Toes died. The
Ah,
TTD.
the TTD. Man, as the champ says, man, they have a good rampage and collision this week. Even next week's Dynamite looks good. Like as far as talent and just, yeah, man, you're gonna get some solid matchups. Like, oh man, I didn't think these two were gonna match, but okay, I want to see it. Like it's all the people on the independent scene that you want to see right now, and some of the
Yeah.
people that have become a little bit more that you want to see, man. You get to see them regardless. Every week you get to see somebody do something. Um, and you just go out there and have a wrestling match. Like I know everybody sometimes says you need to have a story, like you got to have a purpose. But sometimes if you could really just put a good matchup together and just give me a good
Yeah.
match. Like damn, like I didn't, if they hadn't told me or I knew why Willa Yuta was fighting Kenny Omega, I would have thought this was just a really good random matchup. Like damn, you know what? I wasn't expecting this, but you know what? You can build something out of this. But we
Right,
already
right.
got something built out of it, so we're good there.
Twinkle Toes make finger bang, make roller flip.
Twisted, that's the twisted twinkle toes.
The twisted toe dipper.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Twisted twinkle toe. Twisted twinkle toe.
Yeah.
Triple T.
My boy Pretzel Omega.
Ooh, we live this Saturday. We got the AEW Tag Team Championships. FTR versus
Yeah.
Bray White and Juicy. Hey, forgot about that, man. Oh man, Owen Hart tournament. Willow versus Athena. We got Ricky Starks versus Will. Come on, man. I mean, damn. Really? I mean, dude. All right, man. CM Punk versus Samoa Joe. I mean, that's five. That
Yeah.
I'm sold. Like, okay, that's a solid show right there.
Hey, TK showing out, man. TK said put some respect on my name. Young Blood.
Yeah, I says, man, I feel people want to see. Champ says, I feel people want to see the Elite versus Punk and FTR in London, but I don't think that's needed. They will sell it out regardless. If that's even a possibility, they should stretch it out for a while. I mean, they are going to stretch it out for a while because it's right now it's July. It's July. So it's not like we got like another 2 months to get to All In. All In is next
Right,
month.
right.
Like it's next month. So you can start to build up, soon. Right now, it's early. Everybody's just kind of getting back, especially with CM Punk. You got the tournament going on. They're in a rivalry with the Combat Club. So right now, you're not in a rush to build that. So even if they do set that up for All In, which
Right.
again, if you're going to tell me you're going to get Kenny Omega now, if we don't get Will Ospreay, versus Kenny Omega for the IWGP United States Championship, because we know that they got to pay that off. I think they got to do another third match for that one. So if they end up doing that, if they don't end up doing that, then I'm fine with Kenny and them versus the Punk and them. But I have a feeling that if it's not Kenny, it'll be Hangman and Elite uh, versus some CM Punk and FTR. Which again, you can still use Hangman because he had beef with CM Punk. That was kind of the whole thing about it. That's kind of what really started. It was really the beef with Hangman Adam Page. So it's not like you still can't have that element of it. Sure, you probably want Kenny, but honestly, if you putting Kenny in a more marquee match that you know those fans over there in London will sell out or want to pay out to go see, then yeah, you're going to go with that match. So there's two possibilities. Kenny can be in the trios match, or he could be fighting Will Ospreay for that IWGP United States Championship, which
Hey,
I'm
man.
not going to lie, after what we got, I'm ready for match number 3. Let's go ahead.
We gonna need that one-on-one ski.
Yeah, most definitely. But hell, or maybe it'll be the Combat Club and CM Punk and FTR. Who knows? Maybe they go after the tag team belts. I don't know. But right now, man, Tony's got enough talent. He's working his hand between AEW, Ring of Honor, and the partnerships. Man, we're good. We're good. All in is gonna be good. We just need to know who's gonna wrestle. That's it. Once they start announcing matches, I think whatever tickets ain't bought up will start to get bought up.
Oh yeah. I think we can pack in 80,000 strong. I think right now, what we got,
If
72.
if they sell that out though, man, like that's big. Like that's
Bro,
big.
they got I think 72,000 right now. So I mean, hell,
I
they
mean, that's
almost
still
they
big
almost
because it's the biggest outside of WWE, and nobody. I don't. I think maybe New Japan. I could have sworn New Japan did it already, but maybe North American wise, maybe that's what they're saying. Like that North American company outside of WWE, because I don't think TNA ever had a moment where they sold that much. Like they might have did good in some places, but I don't think they did 70 to almost 100,000.
Yeah, I mean they already said. Oh, well, Tony Khan already said even before this was announced this week. At the time, I think what a week or two ago during his media call, he
Mm.
said that already at that point they had the highest grossing gate and the highest ticket sales for an event since WrestleMania. So it's like that was then. You got to think about it now. They sold even more. So I mean, I say this, bro. If you sell out the old, not the old, excuse me, the Wembley Arena. If you sell out the Wembley Arena in London, 80 plus thousand, and you got to think about it, and that's not even including standing room, because they're gonna open up hella standing areas. On top of that, squeeze as many people as they can, bro. You sell that out, being not even 5 years old as a company, and you ain't even really announced a card, bro. That's sick. But I don't not believe it, because this is the same company that sold out Chicago 10,000 plus seat arena for their first ever pay-per-view without even having a TV show yet.
And
So
without even announcing any match, or I think they did, or I think they announced Cody versus the Dustin. I think that was the
but that
one
was
match.
it.
But that was
That
it.
was it.
It's like you didn't even know who was all gonna show up, and then you got Rey Mysterio and a whole bunch of,
Yeah.
because at the time they were free agents and they weren't
Yeah.
there the company no more. But uh I man, dude, uh that would be a huge thing. Now,
Yeah.
could people question the card? Now that'd be the thing. You sell it out. How good is the card? What's the quality of the card?
But
Now
see,
again, and then how many matches are you putting on? Like because you don't want to overdo it, but you damn sure don't want to underdo it.
don't
Or if
forget, because you got all out. I think the next week, the actual pay-per-view.
right, which is why I that's why I'm thinking of this could be another kind of forbidden door, because then you don't have to worry about stretching out your stories. You can kind of have some matches for it. It's kind of like, I mean, this is basically going to be a super show. Let's just be honest, because this was, I mean, because All Out was already planned, but you still plan to do this, and then you're going to do. So this is kind of like basically a super show, and you're going to do a
Right.
super show, and you're going to give us some good A quality talent, yeah, hey, I'm all for it, man. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to say too much because again, it's still a month or so away. But man, 72,000, that's still big. That's still big. Even if they don't get to the 80, that's still big
I mean,
for
and,
looking at
and,
what the car look
and
like.
you got and you got to think about the historical significance of it. I mean, yeah, okay, they number two. Yeah, they're the second highest gross. Yeah, second in attendance. All that. That's historical. But think
Right.
of the fact, like I said, you got Impact Wrestling that's been around for 20 years. For the longest time, they were the number two in North America. And then, of course, you got your Ring of Honors and New Japans and stuff like that. So again, all these companies are 20 plus years or older. So even the youngest companies outside of WWE still got 20 years. These guys aren't even out of their infancy yet. And despite all the drama, despite all the so-called this and that and the third about AEW, bro, they continue to have these feats where, okay, yeah, they might not sell out the average hometown, but when they do these special shows, oh, bro, you best believe, man, that atmosphere is going to be something you ain't never seen.
Oh yeah, no. As Kenny Omega just delivered a superplex from the top rope on Yuta, man. I mean, it looked at picture perfect because they both landed and looked like it hurt each so they both hurt each other.
You want to know, man, what always fascinated me? I want to know how the hell does the person that gives like them suplexes or superplexes off the top rope, like how do you land on your neck like that to the point where you don't feel it? Because it almost looks like in reality that does more damage to you than them.
I mean, you do because the thing about it, you're both landing. I mean, it's one of those moves where be damn if you do, be damn if you do, be damn if you don't. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's like, like yeah, you can deliver this move and you gonna mess dude up, but you're delivering the move and you're just suplexing him. So guess what?
yeah,
You're gonna feel that too. You're gonna land just as hard as he is, and it's about your reaction afterwards. Where Willer you didn't get up as much, but Kenny was slow to get up, but he got up, and then even though he kind of had an advantage, but still he still messed up. So there's an advantage for you to in a way. It's just a good way of just that back and forth for wrestling. It's just hey, it is what it is.
bro, Willer Yuta, man, he is. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If he keep up at the pace he at now, man, I
He gonna
think we
go.
might we might be able to put him in the GOAT conversation.
Oh, this
Uh,
boy just caught
10,
Omega. He
15
just
years from
caught
now.
Omega. He about to suit. Nope. He ain't. I'll tell you one thing, man. His strength has definitely improved since being with the BCC.
Yeah, bro. All I mean, he was already a technical wrestler, even though he was like a little bit more of a high flyer.
Yeah,
But it's like ever since he joined the BCC, bro, it's
yeah,
like, bro,
yeah.
his moves, like his what's the word I'm looking for? His submission wrestling, his mat game, bro. That shit is impeccable now. I think that's Brian Danielson all day.
And he's showing them like in that so in kind of some of that sometimes superhuman kind of strength that he shows because he
Like
ain't that big.
Cesaro.
So, but when he
Yeah.
does something, it's like, dude, I ain't never seen you do that before. Where the hell you just picking holding people like this? I feel like that's that Cesaro man.
And on top of that, it wasn't just a regular suplex either. It was a delayed suplex. Like he
Right,
held that for a second.
right.
Oh, oh my god.
Kenny. Kenny. Going forward. One wing it. Up. You can't get him up. That neck. That neck. Willer, you better take advantage. Up. He got him up. He got him up. He got him up. But Willer, nope. Got him. Schoolboy roll up. Ooh. Oh. Double arm pin. One, two. Kenny kicks out. Oh, Kenny kicks out. He rolled that boy over and had them shoulders pinned down.
Earl says, "Why is the AEW turning that after Owen Hart when he has nothing to do with AEW?" What you call it? Tony Khan just wanted to pay the proper respect to Owen Hart. As you know, a lot of people feel like WWE really hasn't done the greatest job at honoring Owen's legacy. So Tony Khan spoke with Owen's widow Martha. She gave Tony Khan a blessing to use the rights to Owen Hart's likeness, and he got the tournament and he's in the AEW Fight Forever game, and yeah, man, Tony Khan, man, just
And plus,
I show respect.
and that's the big thing there. Tony Khan is about respecting wrestlers, and I mean, you got to think about it. He got Bret Hart to come out to display the WWE, no, the AEW championship. As Takesha's in the ring right now to cause Kenny, oh, spinning power bomb. That boy Takesha looking like an evil villain out of a Japanese movie. Like he just walk up and man, he just slaughter people. All right, Yuta came off the top rope, but he couldn't get the three. Couldn't put Kenny away. I mean, but honestly, man, Earl, Tony is just about paying respects to the company, and plus, honestly, man, people always kind of the Hart family always kind of felt a certain way about WWE.
Yep.
Uh, kind of always wanting to use their name, but not really, giving it the respect that it's due. And Kenny was able to get the one wing and angle off the top rope, will pick Yuta up off the top rope and put him in the one wing angle for the pin. But yeah, WWE they didn't have a really great relationship with the Hart family, and she definitely, like he said, Martha won't allow him because she felt they were responsible for what happened to her husband. Like there's still a blame or responsibility, but again, WWE would have just it would have meant something. This means something. You're using a guy that was especially loved in New Japan, like his own Hart wrestled all over the world, so he was big in New Japan. He was big, even when he got to WWE. So it's just a respect thing. It's wrestling, man. AEW is about all wrestling. They're not about just one company wrestling. They're about respecting all the wrestlers from any and everywhere. Rampage 100. Damn, Rampage just had 100 episodes. Damn.
They about to get next week already.
It's this Friday.
Yeah.
All right. As the Elite, as the BCC was beating down Omega, but of course, the Elite came in. Here come the Dark Order. Oh, really? Really? The Dark. Ooh, okay. The Dark Order just came in and took the chair out of Page's hands. Okay. Y'all interfering in their business. Now y'all interfering in their business. Okay. All right. We about to get hey, all right, we're gonna see what that turns into.
Hey man, look, you got that boy Adam Hangman Dookie draws Page. Yeah.
Yeah. Cowboy
Yeah.
shit. That Cowboy Dookie.
Cowboy. He's a Dookie. He's a Dookie in that booty. Dookie.
Okay, you tripping now. All right, man. But ladies and gentlemen, man, that's your show, man. That is AEW.
Yeah.
Man, we got a nice little Rampage coming up, 100 episodes of Rampage. But this Saturday, man, we got the rest of the Owen Hart tournament going down. We got the AEW Tag Team Champion 7-star FTR going up against Bullet Club Gold and that boy Jay White Switchblade and that boy aka Honeycomb, Mr. Honeycomb, aka Juicy. They're gonna go for them championships.
Yeah.
Punk's gonna fight Samoa Joe. Will Hobbs is gonna fight Starks. Athena gonna fight Willow. Hey man, it's a battle of champions and just top talent on a Saturday night of some good wrestling. And with that being said, my God, any parting words before we get out of here, my man?
Man, nah. That's a pretty solid. We knew what it was. Then we got the Friday night block party coming up, baby. Yes, sir. So we got more now. We got more AEW, so I'm looking forward to that. But no, man, dude, look, it was a fun little 2 hours. Nothing too heavy, but then again, nothing too goofy. I'm just ready to see where we go from here. I know we got All Out coming up. We got All In coming up.
SummerSlam.
We got who?
SummerSlam.
Oh yeah. SummerSlam, that's coming up too. And I'm pretty sure first week or second week of September, somebody will have another pay-per-view, probably WWE. So it's just like, yeah, man, it's about to be a busy next, let's say 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, but we got time to get prepared for all that. Earl, yes, we will be on. We will be on for SmackDown. It will be the Friday night. It will be the Friday night party, man. Block party. SmackDown, AEW. We're gonna get that to you. Saturday night is not a given just yet. We gotta wait and see how that play out. But my boy is also getting ready to celebrate some festivities next week, so there won't be too many shows next week. We'll probably have one big show where we'll just talk to the people. But with that being said, we will be on Friday. Champ says Juice Robinson might lose in the ring, but he wins in the bedroom with Tony Storm. That's who.
Yeah.
I see. Now I see why he got the big head. Okay.
Yeah. That's his wife.
That dome is enormous, man. And ads for WWE Fastlane. Yeah, I think it's been seeing ads, but that might be later on in the year. Ain't no telling. But I thought they got rid of Fastlane. But then again, ain't no telling.
Yeah, nah. You know they love recycling. You know WWE. You know what they do. But hey,
Yeah.
look, as long as it ain't like great balls of fire, I won't complain, man.
Man, oh my god, dude. But yeah, we will see you guys most definitely Friday for the block party.
Yeah,
But other than that, man, as always, man, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us, man, talking with the people. That's why he's called Rock Hard. Man, look here. I dislike his ass even more now. See, champ, you just gave me even more of a reason to hate on this man. Like you just gave me more ammunition, champ. See, this is why you the shit starter of the GOW, man. We got the correspondent, now we got the shit starter. Champ,
yes,
the
sir.
MPJ, he is the shit starter of the GOW, man. It is all good, man. But we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Like I said, man, enjoy the rest of y'all night. It's hot, so make sure y'all turn on the fans, turn on some AC, and we'll see y'all when we see you, man.
You heard him. Peace.